Hi guys, welcome to another session with Edge Inspirations. I remain Daniel George. I want to once again appreciate all of you for being part of Edge Inspirations. Of course, Edge Inspirations would not be possible without you. So thanks for being there. To those of you subscribers, thank you for subscribing, and for those of you who have not subscribed, thank you in advance. I believe that as you watch this video, you subscribe. Okay, so on today's episode, this is the episode 2 of the topic that I've started earlier, which is common mistakes that young people make. I've discussed number 1 and 2. Number 1, which is edging God out, that's not making God part of your life, and 2, which is not working with purpose and in purpose. All right, today number 3 will be misplaced priorities. Misplaced priority. Of course, if you don't know the direction you're going or what you're built or meant to do, you will not have the right priorities, and that is why many young people live today with wrong priorities and going towards wrong directions in life. Now, we need to set our priorities right as humans, and there's this quadrant that can help us, or this charts, what we may call it, whatever we may call it, that can help us, know how we don't misplace our priority. How do we do that? Now, you just use this chart. Okay, we have things that are urgent and things that are important. So using those two words, we come up with a chart. Okay, so using that chart now, as you can see on your screen, we have things that are urgent and important. And those are things that you should give immediate priority. You do them now. They are urgent and they are important. Now, there are things that are important, but they are less urgent. Now, such things should be scheduled, schedule a time that you can actually do them. Now, there are things that are less important and yet they are urgent. Well, such things you can delegate it to someone else to do. And of course, there are things that are less urgent and of course less important. Those things, you can just do away with such things. So as young people, the future is bright and we have a goal that we want to achieve, but misplaced priorities will make us to either not do things right, fail, or even land ourselves in trouble. Now, you know that people who, if you don't do the right thing at the right time, take for example things that are less urgent but very important, and you don't do them, you just neglect them. Actually, things that are less urgent but very important are the things that we mostly neglect the most, and that is why you see people fainting and going blank in an exam hall, because they neglected reading from the very inception of the semester or of the term. And when it was late, they began to bombard their brain doing things that they are supposed to have been doing before this time. Number 1, misplaced priority. Now, number 2 is spending so much time on social media, from morning to night, and different times that would have been used for valuable things. You spend them scrolling the social media and doing nothing that is of profit. That is number 2. How much time do you spend on social media? If you would use such time to do other things, are you sure that you will not achieve better things in life? Think about it. And now finally, number 3 for today, for this episode, is wrong perception about life. The perception we have about life will determine where we are going and how we get there and when we get there. Now, the question I ask you, what do you think life is and what do you think you are in this life to do? Actually, some people think they are just in life to enjoy, and then they just go about enjoyment from one eatery to another, spending money, and they just think that life is just all about enjoyment. We just eat and drink and make fun of ourselves or enjoy all the pleasure that we want. Now, for some, life will go a long way and years will pass, and you will realize the hard way that you have not achieved anything meaningful in life. don't have the wrong perception about life. Actually, the purpose why we live is to serve. You are alive to serve a purpose which your creator created you for, and that is why it is important for everyone to live with a purpose. There will be episode 3 of these common mistakes that young people make, but let me allow you to ponder with this episode that you have seen so far. So just a recap: number 1, misplaced priority; number 2, spending too much time on social media; and then number 3, wrong perception about life. If you've not liked, subscribed to this channel, please do so now. And guess what? Don't forget to share this video. I always tell you that you may be the reason why someone comes across this video and his life turns for the better. So be an encouragement, be an investment, be a blessing to somebody's life by sharing this video. I remain Daniel George, and this is Edge Down Inspirations. I will see you in episode 3. Bye.